Hey guys! I am jumping on to try to fix my stream. There's quite a bit of things that used to be here that isn't. Ignore my my VTuber, it's still a work in progress, and it looks like the lip sync broke right before I went live. And I thought I fixed it, but it still looks a little weird. I could probably mess with it again real quick. I'm still making my stream avatar, so hold on a second. Let me try to mess with it. You know what happens in the OBS when I do that? Oh, it just like freezes. Okay, that works. Okay, so let me see. Let's try to tell it to hide group. Those are on. Let's do hide group here. And up here. Let's try that and see if that... I'm worried that's gonna break it, but hey, let's try it. And testing. Ah, I think that fixed it. Kills you. Okay, let me now fix it in OBS because it hates me when I do that. I'm getting really good at troubleshooting at this point. They say that, and then it's not being cooperative. No! There, I don't know. It's not what I want. Okay, I'm pulling you over here, OBS. Quit being stupid. Calculator. There we go. Do your thing. Yeah, I still have a lot of work to do. That's why, I don't really consider this a character debut yet. Oh, is it doing it again? Son of a bitch. I thought we fixed it. Apparently the smile is still doing something weird. If I'm smiling and talking. Which before it was like, it wasn't doing any lip syncing if I was smiling. I'm not gonna worry about it right now. Oh my gosh, I need to show you guys some screenshots of like how bad I've broken this thing several times. I was on the verge of tears yesterday because I really messed it up. Yeah, so I'm trying to get everything back to the way it was so people can use the stream avatars. And unfortunately, since this is a different computer, it's a lot of work, but I have to just put in the parameters again. And some of them just snap into place, which is nice, but other ones don't. I've been doing this all morning. I decided that I wanted to put the stream more avatars back on last minute for people that like using them, but I think that that means that people are going to have to, unfortunately, re-buy their stuff. Sweet. I love it when I didn't move it around. Fire! This one's gonna have to be on its own. Okay, so let's switch. Fire. So was that 45.6? Let's try 45.6 again. Nope. 55.9? Yeah. $53.6. Basically, the computer is next to me with the parameters that I had put in with the stream avatars. And since none of that information's saved, because this is a different computer, I'm having to move over all the parameters. I figured though that I would jump on and do it with you guys. -2. -2. Okay, we got the fireball done. Woohoo! I can't wait to turn them on. But there's so much to do. people can have their narwhals back. I'm so excited. I wasn't gonna do this, and then I decided all this work that I did, I'm not gonna just let it go. This is so much animation, so much work, so much dedication, so much passion. Just to drop it? Like, that seems wrong. Okay, kisses is done. Mustache black. Mustache black. Is there a -3? I wonder if they have like an input for YouTube yet. That'd be cool if they did. -8. 6. 513. I want to make more avatars. And I probably will, but I think that leaving the original narwhals will mean a lot. For the people that have been following me since forever. Oh, what am I doing? Oh, okay. This is sit. I was doing walk. Okay, so sit. 0, -8. -4. -17. -3. 1. -23. Okay, so this is jump. What? Wait a second. I had my phone plugged in this whole time and the freaking thing wasn't pushed in far enough. Oh my. Okay, so the jump is -1 and 13. And and then just 13. Let's just make this same across the board. What? Why does Dance not have any mustaches? Why are you brokey? Where are you mustaches? The heck? All of Dance doesn't have it. That's weird. I don't know how to fix that. I can check the file to see if it didn't import everything. I'm gonna put the positions in anyway, and then I'll have to check the file. That just doesn't make any sense to me because it's an image file, so it shouldn't have cropped off the bottom. Unless there's a cropping object, like option. Let me see, scale. Yeah, I'm weirded out. I don't know what that is. I'm just gonna keep putting in the parameters as if it's there. I think the program's just airing out. Because I don't see anything that would cause that. Yeah, 0, 0. Okay. See? The blue one's there? What the hell, man? What the hell? No, it's not. Let me check to make sure this is scaled correctly. Oh my goodness. So if I take off frame animation option, mustache is at the bottom. What? Okay, so I apparently put these in incorrectly, but there, that resolved it. Okay. You're supposed to like divide the frames, but it doesn't look like I did that. That's okay. That might have been why I have problems with my mustaches and they break every once in a while. That probably explains a lot. Okay, so let's do this. Let's do this so we only have to change the mustache the one time. Okay, fireball, kisses, and mustache. Let's... Oh no, if I do that all this work ends. It's okay. I have more mustaches I think than anything else and I don't want to... Yeah, I don't want to have to do all that work. So let's redo this one once and then they'll all be fixed. So I'm setting the default to all this because I have too many mustaches. hate having to lean so far over to get to the mouse. I should move the mouse closer to me. I don't know why I didn't think about that. Let's move the mouse closer. Like reaching way across, and I was like, I just realized I don't need to be doing that. Oh, the things you do making your life more difficult. I'm gonna turn the screen towards me too. There we go. There, I can see better. Oh, that's so much better. I've been hurting my back for hours. Oh my goodness. That will make life so much easier. Okay, so 10, 15, 7, 10, -2, 0. -8. -4. -17. 1. -23. Hey, how's it going, Claw Overdraw? How are you? -4. 17. I'm fixing my stream avatars. I'm basically having to re-import everything and then put them back in the parameters that they once had. It sounds a bit quiet. Okay, hold on a second. I don't know what's happening. Like, it seems like all my audio seems to be quiet right now. Let's see, personal. Oh no, I think my computer's getting ready to crash. Hello, hello, hello? Let me make sure that's better. Is that better? It looks like it's bouncing on my side. The mic wasn't in my face, so maybe that was it? About the same? Let's pull it over here. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not seeing anything on my side. I don't know how to... Let me make sure the right mic is set up. Okay, so properties. Yeah, my Yeti. Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, there is a one on the microphone. Let me turn it up maybe? Hello, hello. There's a volume one on it, but I thought it was for the headphones because I didn't think it did anything. Is that maxed or turned all the way down? I don't even know. I turned it all the way one direction. I don't know if that did anything. It doesn't look like it did. No difference. Yeah, let's turn it the other way. Yeah, that volume button does nothing. That's what I thought. Like, it's really weird. Like, there's a volume button on it, but I think it has headphones on it. So I think that they're meant for the headphones. But, like, when I turn my mic up all the way, it's not doing anything. I mean, I can turn up the music. Can we test it? Are you sure you want to reset your current properties to defaults? No, let's not do that. I'm worried. I think it might be something with my audio, because my music changed too. It got really weird, and like it sounded like it was in the distance. And you can hear me, so yeah. Oh, I'm having issues, technical issues. I'm trying to think, maybe I should close some programs. Maybe that would help. I'm looking at the programs that I have open. I can close some of these tabs, I guess. I'm doing some research on trying to get some MIDI stuff done. Yeah, I'm trying to make some MIDI buttons for the animation, like for the Vtube, so that when things are in the background, I can still activate things, because like right now it doesn't let me activate anything. And I guess like you can't just tell character animate, because like all of this is like, I made it in clipstudio, and then I'm using Adobe character animate to animate it, because I'm an animator. I have all of the animation softwares, so I wanted to use this for VTubing, and so far it's been a nightmare, but I'm figuring things out slowly but surely. It's just that learning new programs are extremely difficult. And then you break things constantly. I don't know how to fix it when it's already at 100%. Like, it says my mic's at 100%. What the hell is going on? I feel so old. Last time I animated something, it was in Flash using action scripts for a class. Yeah, I was so excited because I was gonna take my first Flash class as an animator, and the teacher that was teaching the class didn't know how to do her job, and just extremely outdated. She was teaching lessons on Flash animation and websites, and like, I was an animator and I needed to know how to use Adobe Flash for animation, not for websites. Let's just say she thought the class was a semester long, and it wasn't. So at 11, on the 11th week, I asked her what the final was gonna be, and she's like, "What final?" I'm like, "Well, next week is our final. We're ending next week." And I told her that I was scared. I didn't think I was gonna get my website done, because she was having us create an entire website. let's just say she got fired because she didn't know the curriculum, and we weren't supposed to be building websites. We were supposed to be learning Adobe Flash to animate. And when I went and complained, because she gave us pity passes because there was no final, and I asked to retake the class with someone that actually knew how to teach the class, and I was told that I had to repay for it. That what I got was good information, even if it was the wrong information. And so it would have been another $3,000 to take the class over. The school systems are so broken sometimes. Yeah, was the class you took, was it a college class? I need to pull this out of my face. I honestly think starting the stream over would fix it. Because like I said, my audio was fine, and then everything seemed to crash. I think my audio my video card crashed. This software definitely pushes the limits of my computer. It's doing face tracking. Computer science with an emphasis in web design. Oh, nice. So did you do web design for a bit? Let me turn this off. I'm whining about it. I just don't know how to fix the audio without just shutting down the entire software. And I'm not going to be streaming for very long, so I'm going to leave it, I guess. I don't know. I'm just sad. But thank you for telling me. Not professionally, I was doing it for IT. Oh. Nice. I get that. I went to school for animation, and I would say that I did a lot of freelance. But I did a lot of weird things like logo design and a bunch of other things as an artist. And there was one time I was talking to a studio about trying to get hired as an animator. And they were like, oh, well, we hired the illustrator to animate this. And I was like, you need to hire an animator. And I, like, freaking laid into them. Because, like, I was so irritated with that whole, like, well, they're an illustrator, they didn't go to school for animation, and then, like, the artist is an artist in the industry's mindset. And it's like, so I wasn't able to use my degree for most of the time I worked as a freelancer. And I don't know that I feel that way. Like, I feel like everyone's kind of self-taught as an artist. But, like, I was newly out of school, having a hard time getting a job. And I felt so defeated because hearing the jobs that I went to school for being given to other artists that didn't necessarily have that learning. It felt very defeating. It felt defeating, but like I said, change of mind. I've worked a lot of jobs that I didn't have the training for, but as an artist, I taught myself, so. PHP, CSS, Java, etc. Yeah. Yeah, well, I was in school, I was learning CSS, and Java they were rumoring completely X-naying Java, And so everyone was trying to move, I think, to CSS plus. So everyone was kind of like moving slowly over to that, if I remember right. And I learned a little bit of CSS plus for Flash animation for like an indie game I was working on when I worked at a game studio. At the time, CSS was new, so it was the hot shit. It was crazy. Oh wow, yeah, so well, I did go to college later, so I was like, because I thought you were about my age. I don't want to have to ask your age. Yeah. Because that kind of gives me a little bit of an idea. Okay, so let me see. Now we got mouth. Mouth S. What is this? What are you? Oh, that's vomiting. Oh yeah, I forgot that I did that. That's gross. Mouth special, I think is what it is. Mouth S. Mouth special. What? What? Yeah, not everything moved. I don't have nose. What the F, man? And it doesn't have an S mouth special over here. Nose? Nope, no nose over here. Not everything is coming over. I don't have the angel wings. Oh, I'm gonna have to dig through my computer. I grabbed the files, I exported them and grabbed them all out, but it appears that I'm missing files. And they're probably in a weird spot, saved on the computer where they're not supposed to be. And I probably didn't put them in the right area. That sounds like something I would do, of course. Sounds about right. Oh no. We already did that one. It's right there. What are you doing? Why? What is happening? Oh, that's not right. Oh, maybe it is. It only throws up on dance. Why do I have not, I don't have throw up. Ugh. Oh hey, how's it going, Bobby? Can you confirm, is my volume really low? I'm a child of the 80s. I'm 84. So when you say you're a child of the 80s, does that mean you're a baby of the 80s or a child of the 80s? Because I grew up in the 90s. So I was a child of the 90s, born in the 80s. 81. Yeah, we're the same age. Around that. Yeah, we're pretty close. I'm old. You're old too. We're both old. It's okay. Oh, thank you so much for the biddies, Bobby. We close. Close to what? Oh, no, I'm reading that wrong. I'm sorry. Yes, we are close. We all old here? Yeah, Bobby, we are. That's okay. You know, there for a while, like when I was on here, when I started streaming like 2018 or so, I was so worried. I was so worried about telling everyone my age. And when people would ask, I'd be like, I'm 28 forever. Or I'm 81. If I really didn't want the person to know my age, I was always 81. But now, I don't really care. Yeah, 6 years. Hot toast. Yeah, it's been a while, huh, Claw? How goes it? It goes okay. I'm trying to fix my narwhals. Pretty excited about it. But there's files missing and stuff, so I'm getting irritated. But I think I can hit connect now. And we'll have a working narwhal, hopefully. Oh, I have to connect to a Twitch streamer. Okay, cool. We'll do that real quick. Oh, I'm scared. What if it breaks everything? I should wait. I should wait to connect it. Once I get everything set up right, then I'll connect it. Cause I'm worried. I'm scared. How is what? How is what? You're back from vacation? Nice. Okay, gotta get some things done around the house. Yeah, up while I'm AFK. No worries. Thank you so much, Claw, for the lurk. I appreciate you. I think I need to open the folder. Let me open the folder and fix some of this crap, because like I don't. Let's go into gear. Okay, so we've got mouth extra, and we got nose, but we have yeah, we have noses in there. We got fire hat. What? Okay, that's empty. Let's delete this. Oh my gosh, my computer's freaking out. Stop it. Let's move mouth special. Oh, we already have a kiss. We already have fire. Bearded leprechaun, we already have that too. So we need the goo, pink slime, tongue, narwhal, and these ones. Okay, so let's do cut. Copy? Done? Wouldn't do what I wanted it to do. Okay, so then let's paste these. Oh, I think that I know what I was trying to do. I was trying to make it so they can have more than one mouth. They're not gonna... Let's not do that. Replace... what? Replace, I guess. Okay, so we got the puking narwhal. Cool. I think it's because I wanted people to be able to have both the... You know what it is? I think I figured out what it was. Yeah, I figured it out. Oh no. It's because I don't have this on here, the other... Let me go back to Steam. Sorry guys, I'm troubleshooting. I'm trying to get the avatars back working. I have this... Let's see... Oh no, everything's trying to break. DLC in library. Yes, we want it again. Can I just download it? Stream upload is already in your stream library. Yeah, but I want it to download it. Play now? Well, I thought that I figured it out. But now I'm not sure. Okay, let's open the file again. It should already be downloaded. Really? When you do it on a different computer? Because this is what I don't understand. I have like all of these wings, and they didn't come in. Like, what the hell, man? Like, the only wings that came in were the bat wings, and I have like all of these wings. What is happening? Like, not all of my elements are coming in. Yeah, I'm confused. Other than to hit save and then close it and come back in. Okay, let's hit save. Maybe I didn't enable... Oh my gosh, it's like freaking out. I'm definitely breaking my computer. No! What was that noise? My computer's slowly breaking. It's probably the VTuber. Those take up a lot of resources. Yeah, I'm thinking so too. Because that's the only thing I really have open. I have the character VTuber and now I'm messing around in Steam and it's freaking out. If you don't have a GPU with a lot of VRAM, you're going to struggle with it. Yeah. That's probably about right. Like, I feel like it's not crazy animating either. Okay, allowed gear. Nose. Yeah, it's on there. Pirate hat. I don't know why I decided to do this. I'm definitely driving myself a little nutso. Yeah, where are all the wings? Like, I'm so frustrated because there's only one and it's the bat wing. It's not pulling all the files in. And that's why I'm trying to download on Steam the extension, because the extension like let you have more storage, and I already have it on my other computer, but do I have to buy it again? Because I didn't have to buy stream avatars again. I don't know how to... You do not have to? So it should already be on there? Yeah, extra upload is already in your streams library. Yeah. Your Steam's library. But I didn't download it yet on this PC. So like it just automatically comes with it. It's just because it's not letting all the files in, and this is the only solution that I think is because I haven't downloaded this on this particular computer, and it's a DLC. But what you're saying is when you re-download something, if there's DLC, it automatically puts the DLC on? Yeah, but what if you put the game on a different computer? Yeah, because it has play now, and then you just kind of like open it, and it just like... So Steam keeps the hold of that information. I see. I see. Yeah, because it just has play now. Oh, okay. See you, Bobby. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you're well. Maybe I embedded them. Oh, look! What? There they are! What? What? What is happening? What? They're just there now. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening. The reason why we prefer Steam is because they let us move those keys wherever we want. Nice. No, I'm getting it. I'm definitely getting it. Because I don't understand like why they won't let us do that. Like, ultimately, I don't understand where we've gone, where if I bought the game, I should be able to use it wherever. There we go. So apparently when you use the scroll down doesn't show everything. There's a page over. Fucking A. You gotta be fucking kidding me. This whole time there was a page over. Oh! Ah! Ah! I'm sorry. I'm so frustrated. I figured it out. It just... I was trying to find all these missing files and I couldn't figure out what the hell they went. And they were there, they were just... So then I started messing with the actual files, so now I have to go in and I have to fix all this. Because I was destroying the gear files. So I need to come in here, because I've got mouth, and then I have mouth special, because people wanted to be able to vomit and have a tongue, as well as, like, be able to... Yeah, they wanted to blow fire. So I'm gonna get rid of the original fire, because that should be a mouth special. Like, anything that's coming out of the mouth that isn't mouth. I had people like, I want to have the goatee, but I still want to vomit. And I'm like, you don't understand how difficult this is. Oh, that one's sharp teeth and fire. Why didn't I just do sharp teeth and not sharp teeth and fire? My goodness. Yeah, because we got Narwhal Kiss. So we'll get rid of that one. In some cases it makes sense. PS3's DRM was so strict that it's still incredibly hard to eliminate despite phones being more powerful than PS3. You know, did you hear that Steam's supposed to be making a console? And like they're freaking out right now. Like, I heard that Xbox is trying to partner with Steam to get Steam on Xbox. I'm sure you are. I was thinking it was pretty cool. As somebody that, like, I have a Steam, and I am not, like, an avid game player, and I still have a Steam, and I still have tons of games on it, but I'm more of a console gamer, so I don't sit down in front of the PC enough to play them. Like, that seems like a perfect marry. Like, absolutely perfect. Okay, yeah, I figured out what it was. These, and this one, and this one. People wanted to be able to do more than one thing. So let's grab those. Hopefully I'm not messing this up. And drop it. Yeah, so this one's already here. This one was already here. Okay. So we've got fire right here. So this is the overmouth, and then the other one's the undermouth. So let's get rid of the goo. Vomits. Let's put the sharp teeth on the other layer so they can have the sharp teeth underneath the mustache. Yeah, that makes me happy. So they can have both the mustache and the teeth. They're not going to be able to see the teeth if they wear the mustache, though. That's not my problem. I've been waiting for the stream frame since I heard about it. The time was almost right, and then AI struck. Ugh! The only reason that Steambox isn't out is because of the RAM crisis out there hit us. I'm not a big fan of the AI stuff. As far as PC versus console, it's just hook up my PC to a TV and play with a wireless controller. It's legit what the Streambox is going to be. A PC with console like interface that can be switched to a desktop mode. Yeah, I get that. Like, Monk's really into gaming on like a bunch of different consoles, and he showed me that he has a remote control that can work on the PC, and it looks just like an Xbox controller, and you really can't tell the difference. He also has one that looks like a PlayStation controller, and it functions very, very similarly. And then he also showed me that you can use your Switch controls and like attach them to your phone, like through Bluetooth. So you can use Switch controllers on your mobile phone, and that's freaking crazy. So I've been doing some mobile gaming and playing some Roblox with my kiddos using my Switch controllers. And I didn't know that you could do stuff like that. Like, why isn't that more common knowledge? Okay, so let's go to the bat, because this is ridiculous. I cannot believe that this whole time they were there and I was not aware. $51.29. I don't know if it's worth bringing back the narwhals. I'm trying. It's something that I worked really hard on back in the day. And I was thinking about it and I'm like, all the work that I put into it, like, I don't really want it to just that be it, you know? Breaking my butt off. However, ooh, I missed some stuff. I have seriously concerns about Roblox with the last year they banned someone who kept flinging possible predators. Yeah, flagging, yeah, but nothing has done about it until the guy took things into his own hands and gave the info to the police. Roblox said this was against TOS. Yeah. Yeah. I believe it's because he publicized his stories on YouTube. You know, I was really worried about Roblox as well. I feel a lot more comfortable now that they've gotten rid of the ability to chat. I don't like that anyone can chat, to be honest. There's plenty of games back in the day that I played without the ability to chat, and I really don't think that they need the chat ability. And I just, that's how I feel about it. My kids are really upset with me because I wouldn't let them do chat. Like, I wouldn't let them do it. And then, they started doing it anyway. And I caught them doing it and I was like, no, like, I told you no. And, they found a way to do the chat. And because they said that they needed it for certain games, and so I don't know. It was a pain because I heard about it all the time about how chat was mean to them and how they really disliked chat, and I was like, okay, well then don't do it. Like, don't be involved. Don't look at chat, don't open it. And they're like, but I need it. So when it shut down, like, things have definitely changed in the household. There's a lot less grief and a lot less, oh, this person said this mean thing to me or called me a mean name. A lot less bullying because then nobody can talk to anybody. And I don't plan to put my kids' age in there. There's some people that are doing the weird face scans and trying to get it in there so they can still talk. I don't want them to talk. I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. You know? But part of the issue is, I guess, like, they're putting everybody in as a kid. And I guess that's the biggest complaint that people have is, like, they're going in as a kid if they're a kid or not, which puts the predators in there. But the thing is, like, if without the age group being in there, my kids are not seeing any chat. So, like, I think that most parents are probably going to do what I did, which just opt to not put in their age at all. Like, at all. And so they don't get to be in chat. And so I'm not really worried about it now as much as I was. I'm having them land onto the head of the narwhal. I'm super excited. Like, all of the pets are landing on the narwhal. All the hover pets, which I don't know why I didn't do that before. Oh, what? Yeah, my PC's randomly just breaking. The numbers lock just like came off for some reason. -17 and -15. Okay. Oh, I had him land on the horn. Oh, that's fine. He doesn't need to land on the horn, does he? I think that's cuter though, the landing on the horn. I don't know that they changed the chat. I didn't know they changed the chatting stopped, which is a very good thing, and I hard agree, and you agree. Yeah, it's one of those things that the chat was very destructive for bullying. My youngest kid was telling me about all of these bullying issues and situations with other kids. Calling people names, grievers that would just play the game just to destroy the game. And I don't understand this gaming generation, and I've said this before with Monk. Like, I remember, like, we would have people that would just, they'd be high level and try to help you out. And then I would say about when the WoW community became pretty prevalent, I started seeing a lot of hazing happening with new people. I was a new person in playing World of Warcraft, and I couldn't play, because the player versus player, they kept killing me. I couldn't talk to the NPCs, so I went to a non-player versus player area, so people wouldn't kill me, so I could actually do my stuff, and then they would kill the NPCs, and I would sit there for like 2 to 3 hours trying to talk to a particular NPC that I need for a story, and I couldn't get through that one part because they wouldn't keep destroying the the NPCs, and basically it was a way to get new players out of playing, and I did. I stopped playing WoW. I had the trial for, what was it, 7 days, or it might have been 30 days, but I stopped playing because it was awful. I hated it, and I don't remember it being like that. Like, online gaming and stuff like that, when it first came in, like, it was cooperative. Yes, we had like Call of Duty and stuff like coming into the scene, and where we had either co-ops or going against each other, but we did a lot of LAN parties. In the LAN parties, you had to face the person that you were being a dickhead to, and I think that was part of the reason why we just grew up in a very different environment. We just had better etiquette online for online games because we had to face the people that we were playing against. You know, you can't be a complete dick to somebody, and then expect them not to have issue when you're like right in their face. You know, with all the LAN parties, no one would invite you over anymore. You heard that someone got disqualified from winning a tournament? What did they get disqualified for? For shaking his opponent's hand after winning? Wait, what? What? Is it because somebody felt bullied? Did somebody report him for hazing? Because I think the difference is that it's a generational thing, right? Gen Z don't touch each other. They don't go and dance at clubs like we hung out. We did LAN parties, constantly hitting each other, shoving each other, and like, what was it? My daughter was talking about people grabbing her sketchbook and wanting to draw in her sketchbook, and how they were bullying her. And I was like, sweetie, that's not bullying, because when people want to draw in your sketchbook, or they want to be near you, that's sign of liking you, not the opposite. And I think it's because they're not used to being touched. They're not used to having that peer interaction. And so, like, anything that is a touch, it feels like a violation. Like, it's supposed to be like a social, like, hey, like, cool, let's do this together. But I think that, like, it feels violating for someone else to touch them or grab their stuff. And this is Gen Alpha, so, like, my daughter's Gen Alpha, and she's not used to people touching her or interacting with her. And, like, she's in that age group now where kids are starting to, like, really be social, because it's just the age group, where they're trying to reach out to their peer group, so they're touching each other, and they're, like, trying to interact, and, like, they're not able to understand, like, what's exactly happening, because it's sudden. It feels sudden. Yeah, but, like, handshaking, like, after winning, like, I guess, like, I could see if somebody's not used to peer interaction, it would feel like, haha, I won, all of you assholes, I'm gonna shake your hand and go, ha ha ha. I guess it would matter in context. Like, did he laugh? Did he make eye contact? Did he force someone to shake his hand? Like, when, do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like context, we're missing some context. Because for him to be disqualified, I feel like there's context we're missing. There's also the stigma that people are bad that just permeate all of us. It's also a person-to-person preference, yeah. But it's becoming more and more of a preference not to be touched. Like, all of my kids' relationships are all online. Like, you know when people used to say, oh, my in real life friends versus my online friends, they're all becoming online friends. Every single one of them. Like, even if you are in real life friends, like, you communicate more, you hang out more online. People don't go to people's houses anymore. They don't invite their friends over. They don't go over to their friends' houses. They play online. They stay home. And I don't feel like it's just my kids, you know? I feel like that's just how they do generationally. They're like, oh, you want to play Roblox? Okay, let's jump on, you know, or they communicate through Discord, Facebook Messenger, or something like that, like some sort of online communication. Hey, I'm gonna jump on for Fortnite. And then they jump on together. But anyway, so I just, like, I feel like we are not getting all the context, because I'm getting off subject, really. Because, like, for someone to be disqualified for shaking someone's hand after winning a tournament, I really do feel like there's something missing. Like, maybe he laughed in someone's face while he was doing it. Like, I don't feel like we have all of the context. And, I don't know, maybe you know more about it than I do. And you're gonna look into it. Yeah, I kind of feel like we're missing something, because I have had people shake my hand in a not very pleasant way after winning, and that feels different than when somebody just shakes your hand and, like, good game. You know what I mean? Like, good game. The intent is, hey, good game. But if they're like, haha, you sucker, like, shake my hand, and then they do it violently, and they're making eye contact with you and going, haha, or like have a cheesy grin, or, you know, there's malice behind it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it feels different. Definitely feels different. Guys, I'm still working on my VTuber. It's not done yet. So if you're coming in, just know that it's progress. I am undertaking a bunch of stuff. And right now I'm trying to figure out how to download a MIDI for my Stream Decks, and then that way I can like cause some of the animations to happen without having to open up the program. Because right now, in order to control the program, I have to do this. So in order to control it, so I have to open it, and then I can swap my hands, and I can initiate animations. I can puppet it, but the thing is, like, none of this stuff can be done without having the program open and me manipulating it. So I'm trying to get to the point where I can get the Stream Deck to do some of these animations without me having to do hands-on. And then, like, I can take the mask off and stuff, which the eyes still need a little work, but they're good. I have eyes that animate, but again, they're not quite done. I have to fix the eyelids, so, and I'm gonna wear the mask most of the time with this character anyway, but I still want her to have eyeballs, just in case I decide I want to take it off, so there's not like a blank nothing under there. But the eyebrows work. Anyway, yeah. And you gotta see this, like, it's kind of cool. Oh my goodness, look at her legs. Is it broken? Oh no, it didn't save the last iteration. Whoa, it broke. I guess I didn't save the last iteration when I rigged her legs correctly. Oh well, never mind. Don't look at that. Pretend like I didn't show you that, because it broke. It broke. Don't look at it. Okay. Anyway, let me show you this broken thing. Very nice. Yeah, it's a pain. Like, I had rigged the legs completely, and I was super excited about it. And then the face broke, and then I spent all this time trying to figure out why the face broke. Because everything looked like a black hole. Like, everything got sucked into the center. And it was bad. And then the lip sync, like, I got that fixed, and then the lip sync broke. I don't know what's happening. I really hope that this isn't going to be like my whole experience with this program. I think it's because I'm doing design stuff and I'm adding animations, and then I reload it, and then it doesn't know where to put the animations, so it confuses the program. Because I'm adding new hands and things like that, so like it's, yeah, every time I add something it breaks it. And recently I just added the hands, and I'm gonna do some hand animations. But yeah, learning how to do VTubing and trying to use the programs and stuff that I'm already paying for, because I pay for Adobe, unfortunately. I pay for it because I've been paying for it since like 2012. I do my freelance work in it, and I have always found some project that I'm using Adobe for, so unfortunately I don't think I'm gonna stop paying for it anytime soon. I really hate, I did the math the other day and found out how much I've paid them over my time with them, and I'm not happy about it. I could have paid for the entire suite at this point. That's what I figured out since 2012, paying for that subscription. So, yeah, I'm not happy with it. I'm honestly really pissed about it, but I really don't feel like I can do anything about it. Like, I really don't. I don't know. I need the programs. And I've tried to find alternatives, but I can't find alternatives for all of them, so I end up just having to pay for it because I can't find an alternative for Illustrator, for instance, that I really like. clipstudio is definitely way better than Photoshop, like, absolutely. I'm making this whole Vtube in clipstudio. And then I'm just saving it as a Photoshop file. Ah, shit! No! Thank you, Bean. You trying to make me feel better? I'm upset because I accidentally didn't uncheck fucking default. I'm fucking pissed right now. I cannot believe I did that. So I just like undid a lot of work. Yeah, I just undid a bunch of my work. Okay, so let's go back into Bean. And Bean's trying to help me. You're a sweetie. Okay, so I think it's -4, or it's 47.9, I think. Let's change that all to 47.9. You know what I think I need to do? I just need to set the default. And then once I'm done with it, like, just change it to its own unique thing. And then that way, if I accidentally do that in the future, like, I'm not screwing a bunch of stuff up. Okay, so we got the default fixed. Now let's go back into okay, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go into all of the pets. So August, I think, is the first one. So August is the first one. I'm gonna turn on unique movement on all of them. So that way, when I change the wings on this next one, it'll change all of them without interfering with things I've already done. Okay. I don't remember whose cat Shadow is. There we go. Hells yeah. Now let's leave it default, and then that way all the wings will update. Now I can destroy it because I fixed it. Oh, and this is the kind of stuff that, like, I feel like, I don't know, like, I feel like I've improved so much as an artist, but also, like, cognitively, I feel like I'm able to problem solve so much easier than I was when I first developed all this stuff. Oops. I think that I have better control over discipline of the mind. And when I started struggling, like what I normally do is I get to this point where I really want to give up. And I noticed that, and that's when I hit start on stream, because I was like, I have to add an element that causes me to have to stop and do something else. Yeah, problem solving. Yeah, like I don't know, like I just it's weird to say that I feel like cognitively I'm in a different place. But I feel like for instance, all the healing work that I've done, like I had a really loud internal monologue. And it was really debilitating for me on very many levels. The internal monologue. And I don't have that as bad, and when I feel it start coming up, it's usually I'm leading to burnout. I need to change something, even if it's like I said, I went live, but I do something to change something that's happening situational. So like I know I've definitely grown. No. And that took a lot of healing to get to this point. Because, like I said, I had a really loud internal monologue. I hated silence. Because my mind would get really loud and really hateful. Just in a very different place in my life now. I feel that. Yeah, and I handle stress better too, I think. Because with all the healing that I've gone through, like I've also like recognized where I am with my stress levels. I do recognize that a lot of the things, a lot of times I was in survival mode. Yeah, recognizing that you're in survival mode. Yeah, I think that like I wasn't aware of it for sure. But now I look back at it and I was like, I was definitely drowning. I'm proud of the progress I've made, but like even learning a new software or getting upset with it, like I don't get as upset as I used to. And I still recognize even with being in survival mode that I was still able to push through, which that's pretty cool. Cat, I don't know why you smell like doo-doo, but you did. Love you, but I don't know why you smell like doo-doo. You know you love your cat when she smells like doo-doo and you let her sit on your lap, but you're like, oh my gosh, please, I don't want to even consider why you smell like doo-doo. Just, I love you, cat, but... Okay, negative 40, 6, 8. Negative 46. I don't know if people's narwhals are going to be saved when I finally connect it. I'm hoping that it does save them. I really am hoping. Let's see. Hells yeah, that was a good idea. So I don't have to do any more wing work. All I have to do is get their size correct. See, that's why I said problem solving is so different. And it can't be just age. I don't think that it's just age. I think that it's more than that. It's a little bit to do with age. I don't know. It was a big cognitive leap in just 3 years' time. The same time I was doing the healing. That's why I'm like, I don't know. Because I would say that there are plenty of people I know that are beyond my age that don't have the problem solving. Wish they did. I wish they did. I'm just kind of thinking out loud. I think you grow as much as you allow yourself to grow. And if you choose not to grow, then you don't grow. And I wish that more people would choose to grow. Oh, I wish my ex chose to grow. Hear that. Yeah, and sometimes, you know, especially when it comes to relationships and stuff like that too, if somebody that you're in a relationship with decides to stop growing, and it's usually the end of a relationship. And I say usually because some people will try to stick it through when they probably shouldn't. But I think that's rarer nowadays. And it's not a good thing. And I'm not saying sticking it out when it's just not the best is not ideal. If it hinders you from growing, that's the point I'm making. Indeed, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I did so much work. Like, I'm surprised with the amount of work that I did. Because I'm having to do so much work to get it all plugged in. And I'm not even doing as much work as I would have to if I was doing this from scratch. I am just plugging in and trying to make it all work. But, like, there's so much animation and stuff. Oh. I don't want to. I'm gonna have to write down the parameters. Okay, so let's go back to bean. Yeah, I'm gonna have to write these down. Darn it. Because I animated it a little bit different. Ouch! I just stabbed myself. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to scream into the mic. That really hurt though. I just stabbed myself with a thumbtack. And it was more of a, didn't expect to be stabbed just then than it was anything else. Okay, so idle 1 is negative 47 by 9. 2 across the board, I think. 3, 4, 5. I think it's across the board. Yep, across the board. Okay, next. And then this one is my walk. And no one has even requested the narwhals back. Like, I hope that people wanted to see these things back. I think people missed them when I didn't have them turned on. I miss them, but you being here was always a priority. Aww. Well, thank you. And I think that's kind of how everyone kind of took it. I'm like, well, at least she's on. I think you're right. Because sometimes I just had a hard time getting on, but that's because, like, I had a lot of really crappy things going on in my life. Like I said, survival mode. Okay, negative 30 by 5. Negative 20 by 0. Negative 10 by negative 8. Stand. jump. Negative 47. Negative 47 by 5. Negative 47 by negative 10. But I hope your vacation went well. I hope you feel recharged. I think that's so important. Both good and bad. Is the bad part that you didn't want to return back to doing things again? Yeah, it helped. Glad to hear it. Okay, now I get to plug this in, all the stuff that I wrote down. I'm actually really hopeful that everything's gonna be saved. More like, why do we have to have drama? Oh no. Yeah. Feel that. I've been pretty good about trying to stay out of drama, but sometimes drama finds you. I have to say that recently I was pretty, like, stoked because I was like, man, I haven't been around any drama for quite a while. And then drama found me. Like, I'm shocked. Like, I'm still shocked to this moment of, like, how drama will seek you out. And it's like you try not to be around those that cause drama or those that, are not grown enough, but sometimes they're not grown enough and then they show their colors and then all of a sudden you're in a bunch of drama that you yourself do not feel like caused, and they could definitely think that you caused it. Because it's about opinion, it's about perspective, and then it shows how different someone else's perspective is from yours. At least that was what happened with me. I thought that I was in a drama-free situation. Come to find out, people will seek drama and bring drama because they choose to see drama where there is none. I don't know how to explain that. But that's pretty much it. Some people, their perspectives, they choose to take offense and to see the world through a victim lens. They just have a lot more healing to do. And I was there once. So I don't... Yeah. I'm not without that, you know? Oh, it's supposed to be 10, I bet. Yeah, 10. No? Yeah, 5, 10. Yeah. I'm definitely a source of some of the drama, but it was more of a I wasn't aware, so couldn't address it leading up to the trip. Yeah, that's what I mean. Because if somebody has issues in the moment, part of it is if they don't speak up, then we can't address it, and some people are not willing to then take the next part, which is to have the hard conversation with you without just cutting you off, and that's what creates drama, right? Because we wouldn't call it drama if the person was like, hey, this offended me, it was fucked up, and you're like, oh shit, let me correct that. I'm sorry, I won't do that anymore. And then you actually get you're given the opportunity to try to make it right. What an appropriate choice of words. What do you mean? Oh no, what are you doing here? Get out of here. What are you? Oh, restream. Congratulations, you received 100 messages today. Ooh, 100 messages. Restream, you can stay. I thought you were spams. Oh my, that yellow lightsaber's not right. With no explanation as to why he took my silliness as a challenge that he had to win. Yeah. And that's what I mean, like, it's just, usually drama comes from a lack of communication and a lack of self-advocation in the moment. And then there's a blaming party. Like, they blame you for the fact that they failed to self-advocate. Or to clearly say, hey, I don't know if you meant to say it this way, but I took it this way. So there's just a lack of communication, and that's where drama really comes from. Just not giving us the ability to address something when it needs to be addressed. At least that's my take on it in this moment. In this moment. Because it's not that I put, like, any theory or thought into it other than what I'm just talking about just now, so... You're not wrong. Yeah, well... It's just hard because, like, I feel like if people would just be like, hey, did you mean it this way? Like, I took major offense. Or, man, like, that felt kind of, like, shitty what you just did. Or, are you threatening me? Like, you know, if there's some sort of beginning conversation, it can sometimes be remedied right there. And it's just a lack of communication. That's like I said, that's where drama comes from. Somebody's not communicating. And some of that drama is someone's not telling the truth, or they're lying, or there's some sort of communication breakdown. Regardless, and that's what drama is from. Which was a thing we hashed out and moved on from. Oh no. Oh wait, hold on. The guy doesn't like me because I popped off on his girlfriend while we misunderstanding her level of knowledge in D&D. We believed she knew more, and we got frustrated. Oh. So he was protecting her? And so there was a breakdown of communication. She didn't advocate. Yeah, so it's what I said. Like, somebody didn't advocate. Somebody didn't communicate their needs. Somebody didn't say, hey, actually, we don't know that much. Or they didn't say, hey, I know a lot. Or there was some sort of miscommunication. Yeah. You just held a grudge. Yeah. So, again, didn't advocate. Yeah. So, exactly. There was a breakdown of communication. And then it led to drama. And if somebody had just spoke up in the moment, it would have changed things. And that's the kind of situation that I also recently got into. Was like, I thought I was around pretty good you know, drama-free people. But in the end, something had happened in the moment, and then they decided to just go full-blown, like, yell at me and cut me off for it, and never, like, I don't know, I guess they were just waiting for a reason to not be around, I guess. I don't know. Like, I'm not gonna go back into it, but again, like, communication, and even if they're advocating for themselves in that moment, there needs to be a back and forth, and then a hearing someone out, because if you were unwilling to hear someone else's perspective on, like, hey, you know what, that was a misunderstanding, or let's work through this, then, like, there's no point. Okay, let me see. You have to be willing to hear the other person. So communication has to go both ways, or it's not communication, which, why do we have to say that? Why do we have to say that? It's not communication if you're telling me to fuck off. That is, that's not self-advocation. You are clearly setting your boundary, and then you need me to have time to react to that boundary to prove that I am able and willing to be respectful of the boundary. You can't then have scalping that I was unaware of, boundaries I was unaware of, and then be pissed off about a boundary I did not know because you did not tell me that it was a boundary, and then cut someone off and not give them the chance to learn that boundary. That's not communication. So, like, self-advocation is about allowing there to be a boundary. This is a boundary, and then allowing the other person to then respect that boundary. If they disrespect that boundary, then there needs to be further action. But cutting someone off the first time they break these imaginary boundaries that you never set with a person, that's not advocation. That's not... And I guess, like, people think of it as, like, an on and off button, right? Like, it's either all full-blown in there with boundaries, or it's no boundaries at all. But the thing is, like, if you don't express boundaries to people, not everybody knows your boundaries. You have to express what you need from every single person, every single interaction, and it's not just no. Like, if this guy truly... Well, hold on. Yeah, just we're unique, and we have different tolerances and different boundaries, and even if, like, some things are cultural, like, they're not culturally adopted, if that makes sense. Like, I am not going to find offense to the same thing that this other person is going to find offense to. So that's why, like, if I say something that's offensive, tell me, and I will try to address it. But if it's something that changes the way that I speak and the way that I have nuances, and there was no ill intent there, but you choose to take offense, and there's nothing I can do but apologize and try not to do it again, and if that's not good enough, then maybe I don't need to be friends with that person. You know what I mean? So I think it's important to set boundaries, but we need to let people know about our boundaries. We can't just assume everyone's going to know. We have to tell people what we need. Okay, so we got mustache. Oh no! It's so big. Okay, so it looks like the orange mustache, brown mustache. Okay, let's see if we can't fix this. We are almost there. Oh yeah, we can't cut it. That's right. We don't cut it. For some reason, we don't cut it. Honestly, would respect the guy more when I stepped out of line and I most definitely did, but I was too tired. Sorry, but it was too tired to have a filter kind of moment. Ooh, been there too. Okay, so let's try to figure out what's going on here. So this is mouth. We've got some issues. Sharp teeth. I think it's because I destroyed some stuff. Yeah, something's broken. I broke something. You didn't break it. Long story short, the couple ruined the vacation for other couple who made the trip possible. Correction, they allowed it to ruin their vacation. They allowed it. I mean, yeah. Well, sometimes it's difficult, but we have power over our mental states and our emotional states. The only thing we could have done is break a door down to get the keys to the rental. Did they steal the keys? So they physically ruined it for you guys. Whoop. I swear I already did this. Yeah, the other couple missed reservations they had because the problem couple refused to hand over the keys. Their reason would be sound, but there were other things that were just already sus about the situation, like the fact that they used both couple vouchers the group got on themselves and refused to let anyone else drive the rental because it was under their name despite the fact that we all paid for it. Oh, got you. Well, you can't break down the door to get the rental keys. But yeah, that sounds like a pain in the ass for sure. I'm sure that you guys had to probably get another means of transportation. Sounds like small claims, maybe? Small claims court? Yep, we went to get another rental and had a pizza party after. Yeah, I'd be like, you guys, you owe us money. You owe us this. I'm gonna close stream avatars and reopen it. It's broken in quite a few places and I don't know why. Still broken. Okay, I'm probably... the narwhals are fucked up on this, I think. I'm not sure why it's showing the narwhals right here. Let me go back into the narwhals. Because that makes no sense. Narwhals are fine. And then I go to... it's called black gunk. So let's open up the folder and look for black gunk and try to figure out what's going on here. Okay, so it is, we are in mouth. Black gunk. That doesn't exist in here. Okay, but it thinks it does, so let's move black gunk back over. Do we want to move it back over? Or can we just delete it? Okay, hold on a second. Let me see if I can't just delete it. Delete. Yes, delete the image too. Oh, that makes me nervous. Okay, so all the ones that are corrupt, I think it's because we deleted them out of the file. So this one's another corrupt one, so we just have to delete it. And then we moved it to a different folder. Trying to get it to recognize the folder though, like the reload should be enough, but it's not. Pink slime is also not showing up. But honestly, we decided to watch the relationship burn. Oh boy. That sucks, because you think you're going with a bunch of friends, and then you end up, everything ends up being not how you wanted. I mean, I get it. I would say that when I went to TwitchCon, like, I had some really good experiences, but then I had some very not good experiences. And I feel like some friendships didn't last. And not a lot of drama happened or anything, but just meeting people online. Sometimes people, I don't know, they mattering on the person, respect an online relationship or friendship while others don't. And that's not something that I was aware of. Like, I thought, like, hey, online friends are friends. But not everybody feels that way. Again, not communicated boundaries, I guess. So I feel like drama came from not communicating how people felt. And I don't know, maybe there was hints that led up to it. Like, there's red flags and things that they said that kind of led me up to realizing stuff. After the fact, I'm like, hindsight, oh, okay, I guess they were kind of telling me, but not telling me. The elevator was not a good experience. Hey, but we didn't let it get us down. We didn't let it get us down. We didn't let it ruin our vacation. We sent the shit elevator up. And then it screamed at us. Literally. We didn't let us get us down. We also did not let it raise us up either. I think it was a neutral experience at best. Yeah, let us bring us. Yeah, because we were trying to go up. We didn't want to use the stairs, and then we were like, we're not gonna use the shit elevator. It's not gonna happen. That is not an option. No want. Been on fire with puns these last. Yeah, it's funny. I'm hoping to keep it up. Yeah, puns are great. I roll my eyes at them, but I can appreciate a good pun. And them sharp teeth. Yes. I'm so excited! Guys, I might have the stream avatars up this week. I probably won't be having them up tomorrow because I still have to do the skeleton. So the skeleton narwhal, he doesn't have any items on, and I know that some people were using the skeleton narwhal as their base. So I don't want to get too far ahead. But the plan is to eventually move everything to skeletons. So we won't even have the narwhals at some point. It'll be just the skelly narwhals. Because I think that overall the theme on this channel is going to be more, I don't know, related to that type of content. You know, honestly, we can leave the narwhals alone. We'll make a live version and a dead version of everything. So if I make a unicorn, we'll have a live unicorn and then a dead one. That way it's balanced. Because I was just going to do skeletons, but I think that that kind of defeats the duality, which I want the channel to be very dual. Okay, well, I should go get my kiddos. I'm gonna hit save. But I'm gonna jump off. I will probably be back on tomorrow. Hopefully I will be done with this. And I'll be back on the stream avatar, trying to get the VTuber up and going a little bit more with more rigging. So I'll be doing that most likely tomorrow, doing some rigging on the VTube. This little number. I hopefully will have the midis hooked up so I can start doing some animations without opening the program too. So I'm excited. It's a process. It's a long process of learning. Have a good day. Yeah, you have a good day too, Toast. Yeah, it's always awesome to catch up. I'm glad that you had some enjoyable things with the vacation. It sounds like you had some things that went well, minus the drama. At least that's what I caught. But yeah, I can, yeah, I'll jump back on tomorrow. I'll see you guys.